with good reason. He is perhaps the best body puncher in the game today.
That he is. The pressure's there. He boxes. He does a real good number.
All right, speaking of numbers, let's check them now on the tail of the tape between these two here. And really, there's a great similarity between the two. There's a slight edge to Mike McCallum in size and also reach advantage by a couple of inches, but not really all that much. The last time I saw Kalambay was his victory for the championship of the WBA middleweight ranks over Iran Barkley of the Bronx in New York, in Livorno, across the other coast in Italy. And it was not a spectacular win, but a methodically, steadily worked out win, and he deserved certainly the victory that night. But was he that good, or was Barkley that ordinary? Many people left asking those questions. He certainly has not fought the caliber of opponent that a Mike McCallum has, Angelo.
No, he definitely is not, but you got to remember, in Barkley, he was in with a supreme good banger. So evidently, he's got a real good chin.
I know that as this first round gets underway, it is scheduled for 12, the WBA middleweight title. You think Kalambay has got a chance to get to McCallum early, if that's how he chooses to go?
Early on, because McCallum's always been a very slow starter. I don't know what the reason is, but he's very slow getting started, and I think Kalambay's going to take advantage of that early on. Watching
them in the ring, there was a bit of a delay with the anthems being played, 3 different anthems here. Of course, for Jamaica, Zaire, the native countries of both fighters, and the host country tonight, Italy. Notice that Kalambay was twitchy, and McCallum looked very placid, very, very relaxed.
Well, I think he realized he's fighting a real class champion in McCallum. After all, he's the best fighter he's ever fought, to my opinion. So he knows what he's got to do. He's doing it before his home folks.
Kalambay doing what he did against Barkley so effectively, and that is just move constantly to his left around this ring, jabbing as he goes. That's his style. Maybe McCallum a little more tentative, although he is a slow starter in this first round. Tentative in going to the body, which he does so well.
Style-wise, I'm catching on to Kalambay. He's got a little bit of an awkward way about himself, twitching his shoulder, moving one way, going the other way. He's got his own little style, and I think McCallum's going to have to try to phantom it, because it's not the usual type of style McCallum has fought.
McCallum picking many of those jabs off with his gloves, but coming up short with the jab of his own time and time again. He does have a slight reach advantage, Mike McCallum, the taller of the two by 1.5 inches. Now, in contrast to the last bout we worked, Angelo, in Atlantic City about a month ago, the hostility between Vinny Pazienza and Greg Haugen was so evident. There is none of that here, and I think the fight, too, will be correspondingly different. And not as frantic a pace that was set that day, certainly.
Well, actually, McCallum is going at a slow pace, snail pace. He's letting Kalambay take the play.
A couple of minutes into round 1, scheduled for 12. In Pesaro, Italy, on the Adriatic Sea. Kalambay is a good counterpuncher. We saw a little evidence of it there. We'll see more as the bout progresses. There's a good jab that gets a rise out of this crowd by Kalambay.
Well, that's the quickness of Kalambay. You're going to hear a lot of screaming and hollering like that. A couple of 3 of those shots didn't land.
He certainly has been the more active of the two in the first round. That has caught the crowd's eye. But a first round not exactly brimming with action as they feed each other up. Get ready to go perhaps the distance here of 12 rounds. The seconds ticking down in round 1. Mike McCallum coming out to face Sumbu Kalambay, the defending champion, but the underdog here in the second round, scheduled for 12. We heard Lou Duva, the trainer of McCallum, in the corner talking about throwing more punches, double and triple jabs, not just the single jabs that his man McCallum did in the first round.
Yeah, they really got on McCallum's case because they wanted to pick it up, because he definitely was going too slow a pace to catch up to Kalambay.
Now, you know, McCallum's desire has been questioned over the years, and perhaps with good cause. He is listed as 31 or 32, but we've been unable to really verify that, except the people who keep the documents in Jamaica insist he is 31 years of age, but he's rumored to be as old as 35. He also hasn't fought since he shocked Donald Curry last July, so he could be a little rusty as well.
Well, you know, fighters, when they go up to that 30 age level, they seem to lose a year here and there.
Good chopping right by Kalambay.
Actually was a miss, but I'm telling you, the reaction of the crowd's great.
McCallum picked up part of it. And McCallum has not been able to get inside and go to the body with the regularity we thought he would early. Starting very, very slowly here.
Near the end of that last round, first round, McCallum threw a real good low blow.
If there is such a thing as he gets turned around there, we'd like to alert our local stations that at the end of this round, we'll be taking a station break. Now, this is round 2, scheduled for 12. McCallum certainly has the greater power of the two by far. Kalambay not known for his big power. Now the referee, John Coyle of England, telling him to keep him up.
That's a second low blow. He had a right to tell him that. McCallum, you know, has those long arms, and when he swings some of those hooks, they do go south of the border.
He digs that, but that was in legal territory. It's above the belt. Now they get a slug. Out a good left, and Kalambay shook that one off. Comes back with some jabs of his own. Low again.
Yeah, the referee didn't see it. It was to the opposite side. McCallum really did a good left hook to the body there, and it was at the knee. Kalambay slipping punches real well. That's the awkwardness. He's his own way of slipping the shot.
That right, though, did get through. Mike McCallum infinitely more active here in this round. And we will be back with ABC's Wide World of Sports after this message from our local station. Now circling to the left is Sumbu Kalambay, the defending champion. This WBA middleweight title is on the line. Mike McCallum now on the left. Native of Jamaica, fought for Jamaica in the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games. Boxed as a pro in Canada, boxed as now a pro in the United States. The first native-born Jamaican to win a world title. He's doing with Lou Duvatolim. The referee, John Coyle, all over him for low blows. Duvatolim go to the body, but he should have said the body and the belt and above.
John Coyle, being an English referee, he won't tolerate none of that. He don't want none of those low blows. He'll control this fight.
And this crowd will see to it that he does.
They'll remind him here and there.
I would think so. But despite the body shots, many of them low, Kalambay sticks with his plan, is circling to his left and jabbing as he goes. We talked about Kalambay not being known for his power, and yet among his 43 victories, he does have 24 knockouts. But McCallum, who bangs hard now with the left hand twice, first body then head, of his 32 victories, he's unbeaten, has knocked out 29 opponents.
McCallum really does pressure. He's taking it to him, backing him off. The only thing I see with McCallum doing wrong, he's crossing his feet in there. If Kalambay, see when he flows left, if he slides his left, Kalambay throws a left hook, we'll obviously see a knockdown.
Well, there's a small ring. We talked about it, just 16 feet. And that is ready-made. There's the good left. He slipped those, he threw it. Ready-made for McCallum, who doesn't have to go far to find this man, who has greater hand and foot speed than he does. Right hand thrown by Kalambay gets a rise from the crowd. He's coming up short, though, with much of these. There's a good right. That got through by Mike McCallum. A glancing right hand. But he is having a certain amount of difficulty, McCallum, getting inside this man where he wants to be. And now a combination from Kalambay, the counterpuncher.
Kalambay is much slicker than I thought he was.
Yes, he is.
He's slipping punches well, and he's countering well.
He does respect the power of McCallum. He has felt that fury already in the early stages. Getting late now in round 3.
I tell you, we got a good fight in our hands. I like it because the way they're both using the ring and outsmarting each other in a lot of spots.
Well, you see the experience on both men coming out here as this round comes to an end.